How's it going, everybody? I am here in Destiny 2, and today I'm going to be showing you guys a few of the Easter egg slash secret things in the Traveler social space. So after you beat Destiny 2, you unlock the Traveler as a destination, and it's actually kind of just the tower. So it's a larger version of the tower from Destiny 1, pretty much, and so. It's got all of the vendors and everything that you would regularly see at the farm. If you haven't gotten this far in the game, you have yet to unlock this. But the game's been out for about, I don't know, 2 weeks now, 3 weeks now. And I feel like a lot of people who are actually interested in this kind of stuff are going to have already beaten the game. So I'm going to head to the tower. I'm going to show you guys a few of the things that I have found in the game, uh, like secret areas or some of the things that you can investigate that give you kind of some lore behind the area. And I know that there are probably a lot more than what I'm going to show you guys today, and I'm probably actually going to miss some things because I'm just going to show you guys what I can think of right now, which I found quite a bit of stuff, but I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be able to show you guys everything in the tower because I don't necessarily know where everything is. I'm just going to show you guys some of the interesting things that I have found. So, here at the tower, you can see the travelers up there, and it's an extremely large social space for guardians. So, the first thing that I want to show you guys is where the ball is. So, if you come over here from the spawn, turn right, go past the Cryptarch, up the stairs, and you'll see up on top of these barrels is the purple ball from Destiny 1. And so there is a bit of a Easter egg with this is we actually can turn this into the Traveler. And so for some reason that just disappeared from me. But I guess we'll try this again. So the first spot that you guys are going to want to bring the ball to is bring it from that area all the way around this corner over to this big circle. And so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to hit the ball into this circle, anywhere in this circle. And then when you do, you'll get these little fireworks that pop up. And then you should get a notification in the bottom left that a green ball has spawned. And so what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to knock this ball to another location. So we're going to knock it down here, and then all the way over here behind uh, the Eververse vendor. And you're going to see this flight of stairs. And so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to bump it down these stairs, and then you'll get fireworks again and another notification that says a black ball has spawned. And so this one is going to be knocked up, if I can get it out of this corner. So you're going to knock this ball over where those guys are by that flag at the end of this area. So you can either just go ahead and knock this up this way, like I just did. Or if you really are having trouble, you can walk it all the way down, up those stairs, back down here, and then all the way over to these guys. So once it goes past them, you'll get fireworks, and then you'll get the last ball. So the last ball is a blue ball, and you'll notice it's falling down in the same spot as the previous ones. So for this ball, you're going to knock it down just like the green ball, and you are going to walk this one all the way over here by Lord Shax and Captain Zavala, or Commander Zavala, I'm sorry. So this one is probably the trickiest of all of them. You have to knock it in between them on this bridge. So what I'm going to do is kind of try to get it at an angle. And then once I do that, that will be the last ball that you have to knock down. And so now I should get a notification that says a huge ball has spawned, and now fireworks are going off, and you'll see the Traveler falling down from the sky this time. This one is really low gravity pretty much. It's really slow and a lot more fun to mess around with. And yeah, that is how you guys spawn in the Traveler. Alright, so the next thing that I'm going to show you guys is still in the main area of the tower. And if you walk up the stairs by the Cryptarch, up the next set of stairs, and walk right here by this, there should be these orbs, or well, not orbs, but these circular things inside of these boxes, and it says, "Don't pick me up." So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to not follow the rules, and you're going to want to pick this up. And so you should turn red, and you should have a notification in the bottom left now that says the floor is lava. And if you look around, there are 3 locations that this beam can spawn in. So the one will be over on that white pad in that left corner of this area. The other one will be on top of that box in the right corner of that area over there. And then the third being in the middle of the bridge again. And so for me, the best way to do this is to actually walk along these railings and try not to fall off like I just did. Don't be a scrub, I'm gonna die. So, try to be better than me and not just fall off immediately. And I'm dying for no reason. I was on a railing, was too slow, and has died. So, if you are gonna do this, make sure that you are quick about it. Me trying to talk to you guys about how to do it, I was just trying to explain everything. So now you can see that this one has spawned in on this left side where I said that they could also spawn in. And so for me, like I said, I like to jump from like container to container until you finally get it. And once you land in it, the floor will no longer be lava, and you will have the quickness perk in the bottom left. And so this combined with the Traveler is really fun to mess around with. You can jump off of the Traveler ball and stuff like that. It's really fun to play with. So now I'm going to take you guys to a new area. Okay, so now we are at the hangar. So I'll show you the hangar on the map. So the courtyard is where you actually spawn in. If you go over to the hangar, which is where Amanda Holiday and also Cade 6 are, if you've beaten the game, you'll get quests from Cade 6. And yeah, this isn't that hard to find. So the first thing that I'm going to show you guys is that there is a soccer field here. I didn't know that for the longest time, that there was a soccer field. But you can still play soccer here. When the game ended, I thought like, oh man, I'm going to have to go to the farm just to like mess around on soccer and stuff. But, I mean, soccer obviously isn't like a huge part of the game or whatever, but it is fun to like just mess around on. Uh, but there's no real reason to go to the farm after you've beaten the game. All of the vendors are here. and it's kind of, you have to go out of your way to go to the farm. But once you've won a game of soccer, you'll notice fireworks start going off in the sky on the outside of the arena. And so out there you got your fireworks. And one time when I was running down here, kicking the soccer ball in, just messing around or whatever, I noticed that I could hold square to activate blast effectors. I didn't know what that meant, but obviously you just do it. And you'll notice that these huge walls come popping up. And so if you are playing soccer with people, you can use this, I guess, to block. But they've got them on both sides. You can activate the blast effectors. So the next thing that I'm going to show you guys in the hangar is over on the other side of the soccer field. So you walk past the soccer field and everything. There was one on both sides of this. So you'll see this little pad over here on the right side. And if I hold square on this, it says summon jump ship. And so what happens is I will actually summon my jump ship to the tower, and it's a transparent thing. So like if you jump up, you will fall through it, and you can jump through it and stuff. Especially with quickness on, it this is pretty obvious. But yeah, you can see your ship like flying around and stuff in third person, so you get to see like how big your ship actually is, which is pretty cool. Alright, so the next thing in the hangar is I'm going to show you guys some of the something that is kind of a secret, I think. I'm not entirely sure what this is supposed to be. So it's a weapons company in Destiny, like the Destiny universe or whatever. And if you come into the hangar, you turn left immediately. So that's the entrance of the hangar. Turn left past the Newfound Glory. You're going to walk past the dead orbit area. And you're going to walk up these stairs in the back. And then you're going to walk all the way down. And once you get to the edge of this, you're going to jump off this ledge. Not all the way down like I just did. Let me get back up here really quick. This quickness perk is fantastic for exploring. But jump down, and you're going to want to run and jump across to this railing. You can do this without the quickness on. It's still easy. But what you're going to want to do once you've jumped from that balcony over to this balcony is you're going to want to walk past this guy that's drilling. And you're going to want to walk into these vents. And so I don't really think a lot of people know about this actually. But if you jump up here into these vents and keep going further, eventually we find this kind of like clubhouse area for Diato. So it looks like a C, but it is Diato. Or Dato. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. But you come up to the table, there are things that you can investigate, but for some reason, it's actually really hard to investigate any of the things here. For some reason, it glitches out, and it doesn't work half the time.
But I can't tell who. Pretty much the entire thing is redacted, and there are whole pages missing. Something about all this seems wrong. Am I worrying too much?
So it is kind of weird. He talks about how someone named Anna Bray has like written in this journal, and there's a lot of stuff. Pretty much the entire thing is redacted.
Pretty much the entire thing is redacted.
And there are whole pages missing.
Something about all this seems wrong. Am I worrying too much?
So, something weird about that place, but I'm not sure what it is yet. Also, if you're new to the Destiny series, they've not added the PvP factions yet, and these two right here, Dead Orbit and Future War Cult, both of these are some of the factions that are going to be in the game sometime soon. I know that they just recently announced that they would be releasing PvP factions here really soon. And so I'm going to go ahead and start showing you guys some of the things that you can investigate while you're here in the tower. So one of the first ones I'm going to show you guys is kind of a little bit harder to get to than most of the others. And so as soon as you spawn in, if you just turn around, there are these netting areas and there are these poles down here. So what you're going to do is, actually it is kind of hard, so just have patience, and you're going to want to try to land on top of this. So what you're going to want to do next is jump up on this and then jump up on this. So I jumped from that pole to the next pole on here onto this flat platform, and I'm going to walk down this, and you'll notice there is a pole on this right side now that I can walk on, and I'm going to crouch, walk a little bit farther right onto this lower portion, and then all the way into the back. And so first thing you notice as soon as I jump down is there is something for me to investigate. If I hold square, I can investigate it.
I've heard from other ghosts that there are lots of spots like this popping up. Secret places where people go to just sit and talk. About the attack, about the traveler, about the future. Who knows what tomorrow holds?
Yeah, so pretty much the ghost said that there are tons of areas like this that travelers have found, or not travelers, but ghosts have found, that people have gone to just talk about the future of the Guardians, to talk about all sorts of other things that have been going on, the attack, uh, the traveler, everything. And so there are plenty of areas in the tower for you to investigate, um, that tell you some lore behind the game. And if you just explore long enough, you're bound to find quite a few of these.
The
And
last login on this terminal
they
was from
do add
Banshee
some
41.
story to the game.
He tried and failed so many logins as Banshee 41 that it locked him out. All those
And
reboots might have
it is
finally
pretty
gotten to him.
cool to get some more lore. Uh, it is pretty much I feel like it's the replacement of Grimoire, because Grimoire was a huge thing in Destiny 1, but the problem with Grimoire was not everyone wanted to go read the lore on a separate app. So now you can find it in game to investigate, and I think that it adds this
Stole
kind
the
of like
supplies from New Monarchy.
exploration
References in the
aspect to the
logs
game,
to
where if you just
follow the
explore
path
enough,
leads
you're
you to New
bound to
Monarchy.
find
I wonder what that means.
more lore in the game. And I definitely think that this is a huge thing in the game that is a pretty cool feature. It's nothing that was like necessary, but I think that it is something that they did a good job on adding. Uh, it just, I don't know, adds story to small areas. Like the first area I jumped down to, you find out that that's kind of like a hiding spot or whatever. If you come down here, it tells a story of somebody who lost a friend during the attack and how they have to do the
Calls
work
from
of
a
two
systems
now.
engineer. She talks about how she's having to do tasks for two people now that her mechanic buddy is gone. Everybody lost someone when the Cabal attacked us.
So I definitely think that this is a pretty cool thing that they've added into the game. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys like this kind of video where I just kind of talk about things. Most of the videos I've done in Destiny 2 so far have just been not necessarily gameplay, just how-tos. I feel like there's been some gameplay, but not quite as much as I would like. Um, just my main thing is I think that eventually I'm gonna switch over to streaming of Destiny 2. Uh, my goal is to get my characters high enough levels that I can stream doing the weekly stuff. So whenever the weekly reset happens on Tuesday, I can get on and I can stream for you guys. Or maybe I'll do that on Wednesday. I'll stream on Wednesday instead. Because right now my schedule is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I'll just have Fallout videos on the other 2 days. But I'll stream on Wednesday. Me playing the weekly reset stuff. And maybe I'll stream the raid at some point. I've just beaten the raid here recently. This is only the second week the game has been out. The raid came out last week, and or not second week the game's been out, third week the game's been out, and I just beat it. And so the weekly reset is going to be happening before this video comes out, but uh, hopefully I can get these characters higher to max light level, or well, higher to be able to do things easier. The nightfalls are really hard on this game, and yeah, let me know what you guys think of these kinds of videos. I really enjoyed this, and let me know what else you would like to see from me in Destiny 2. Let me know if there's any other games that you guys would like to see, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.